Good morning to my dear students. A hearty welcome to my channel. Students, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe it by pressing the red button and also press the bell icon so that you keep getting all my updates. Okay. So now, firstly, I would like to tell you all that uh, we are learning programming. Programming is not something which you can learn anywhere. It's all about thinking and applying your logic. So you will not be able to master the skill until and unless you practice it well. So please, my suggestion to all of you, please do take out some time out of your daily schedule to practice your programming skills. So now let's move on to our topic for the day. So today I have come up with a very interesting program, which is an electricity bill calculation program. And this program will give you an insight into how in real time electricity bills are calculated. So this program will enable you to understand how we can perform tasks which involve a slab-wise bill calculation, like electricity bills or whether income tax has to be calculated. So all these things. So we are going to start with one electricity board problem today. So let's move on to our chapter. So you can see over here we have a question. An electricity board charges the following rates to domestic users to discourage large consumption of energy. For the first 100 units, you have to pay 40 paise per unit. For the next 200 units, you have to pay 50 paise per unit. Beyond 300 units, you have to pay 60 paise per unit. All users are charged a minimum of rupees 500. If the total cost is more than rupees 250, then an additional surcharge of 15% is added. Write a program to read the names of users and number of units consumed and print out the charges with names. So we will be doing this question now. Now in these type of questions you can very well see that there is a slab wise calculation. Like for the first 100 units, which means unit 1 to 100, you will be charged 40 paise per unit, which means it is 0.40. So in this first we will be doing a background analysis. You will be paying 0.40 rupees. For the second one, that is the next 200 units, which means 101 to 300 units. If you deduct 300, if you deduct 100 from 100 units from 300 units, you will get 200 units. So the next 200 units represents 101 to 300 units. You will have to pay 50 paise per unit, which is 0.5 rupees. Next is, or I'll specify it this way, beyond 300 units, that is greater than or equal to 301, you have to pay 60 paise per unit, which is Indian rupee 0.60. All users are charged a minimum of 500, that is minimum 500 you have to pay. Like it happens these days, our original bill is not that much, our consumption is not that much, but by adding addition of so many additional charges, the electricity bill, it really soars to a higher level. Now if the total cost is more than 250 rupees, then additional surcharge of 15% is added. So how to solve this problem? You have to write a program to read the names of users and number of units consumed and print out the charges with names. So first we will have to decide about how this program works. In order to understand that, first we need to figure out how slab wise calculation is done. Slab wise calculation says that if I have a bill of 100 rupees, or say if I have units as 90 units, then I would be first checking the slab. Which slab is it falling into? So 90 units, you can see that it falls within slab 1, which is from 1 unit to 100 units. And because it is slab 1, and we know that within slab 1 you have to pay 40 paise per unit, which means it will be simply 90 multiplied by zero point 0.4, which is equal to, so 90 into zero point 0.4, that is 36 rupees you will have to pay. Okay. But if I have something which falls within the second slab, that is 101 to 300, for example, if I have, we already know that 101 to 300 means you have to pay 50 paise for that per unit. And so if suppose I have the number of units as 250 units, so how will I calculate this? So for the first 100 unit out of this, first 100 unit, it will be calculated according to slab 1 only, which is 40 paise. That is 100 multiplied by zero point 0.4, and for this you will get 40 rupees. Okay. So 40 rupees is fixed. That is, you have consumed 100 units. 100 units out of 250 will be charged with for 40 paise only. So you will be have to pay 40 rupees for that. Now, what are the remaining units? The remaining units are 50 units. Now, this 50 units is what falls within this range. That is the second range. The first range is, I'll write it once again. The second range is this, and the third range is 301 onwards. Now originally when you checked, 250 rupees falls within this range. So first 100 rupees, the first 100 units, uh, they will be calculated using the slab, that is 1 to 100, that is 0.40. Now the remaining, that is 50 units, will be charged according to second slab, that is 0.5. So you will be charged 25 rupees for the next 50 units. Hence you will have to pay a total of 40 plus 25, which is 65 rupees. So this is your total bill. Now I'll be taking a third case where you have a bill of 350 units. How will this be calculated? So firstly, we will be checking which slab it falls into, and we find that it falls within the third slab because it is greater than 300. So we start with slab 1, first 100 units. For that 40 rupees you have to pay. Then the next 200 units. So you will deduct first 100 units from 350, which will give you 250. And now next 200 units, you will be charged how much? 50 paise, which will be 200 multiplied by zero point 0.5. And hence you will be getting 100 rupees over there. You will have to pay 100 rupees. Right? And you will be deducting 200 from this 250 also, which will give you remaining 50. This 50 rupees is what falls within the third slab, and that will be charged according to 60 paise per unit. So it will be 50 multiplied by zero point 0.6, and that would give you, that is 30 rupees you will have to pay. So you have to pay a total of 40 plus 100 plus 30 rupees. which is equal to 170 rupees. So this is the total bill amount which you have to pay in addition to the other surcharges and other things. Right now we are only concentrating on the actual bill. Let us take one more example, and this time I am taking some 100, I am taking some 120 units. So I have taken 120 units. So for first 100 units, I already know that there is 40 paise, and hence it would amount to 40 rupees. Then out of 120, if I deduct 100, I get 20 units. Now this 20 units falls within which range? It falls in the second slab, that is 100 to 300, 101 to 300, where we have to pay 0.5 rupees per unit, and that would be 20 multiplied by zero point 0.5, which will give you 10 rupees. Okay, so it gives me 10 rupees, and my total will be 40 plus 10, which is equal to 50 rupees. Right? So this is how something is calculated. Let me take one more example here, and let me take the example as 270 units. So checking 270 units, I am going to write the slabs once again. 1 to 100, which is zero point 0.4 rupees. 101 to 300, that is 0.5 rupees, and 301 onwards, that is 0.6 rupees. Now 270 rupees falls within the second range, so we will take first 100 unit and we will apply 0.4, that is it will be 40 rupees itself. Now deduct from this 100 units, you get 170. This 170 falls within this range. So 170 has to be multiplied with 0.5, which will give me, yes, it will give me 85 rupees. And now I will be adding up 40 and 85, which will give me 125 rupees total. So this is how we perform slab wise calculation. That is, first of all, the number of units which are given, you check which slab it falls within, and you consider all the previous slabs which are before that, and you go on calculating the complete amount for the number of units, total number of units in the previous slab, deduct the slab units from the total number of units which you have entered from the user, you have asked read from the user, and in the from the remaining, on the remaining you apply the charges for the second slab. The same thing happens with the income tax slabs also, right? So now we have to create a program for this. So let's see how we can do that. How to decide? So first we will be checking, we'll start with the flowchart here. So we will start. Now the program says that you have to write a program to read names of users, number of units consumed. So that means I will be first taking some input from the user. That would be read consumer's name and read units consumed. Consumer's name, I can simply write CN over there, and number of units consumed I can take U. Now I will be now proceeding towards checking the slabs. So I will draw a decision box here. Is U less than or equal to 100? That is, does it fall within the first slab? If the answer is yes, that means we would be simply writing we'll be drawing a process box because we have to calculate now, and every calculation will come under processing statement. So we will be drawing a process box here and we will be calculating the basic amount. So I'm just writing basic AMT, that is amount, and that would mean U multiplied by zero point 0.4. Number of units, whatever is the number of units, if it is 70 units, if it is 90 units, if it is 100 units, you will multiply that by zero point 0.4, right? And if it is no, that means it falls in the second slab. So we will again draw a decision box and I'll write here U is less than equal to 300, that is for the next 200 units. If the answer is yes, it means that first for the first 100 units you will already calculate, that is 4.4 multiplied by 100 units, which will give you 40 rupees. So this 40 rupees will become a fixed charge for the second slab, and then whatever remains from the units, that is U is the number of units. Suppose you have 250 units. So 250 minus 100 you'll have to do. So U minus 100, which will give you the remaining units, and this you will multiply with 0.5. So I will be calculating the basic amount like this. Basic amount equals U minus 100 multiplied by 0.5, and to this value I will be adding 40 rupees. So I will be deducting 100 units from the total number of units entered by the user, multiplying that by 0.5, which is the rate per unit for second slab, and add 40 rupees, that is pertaining the total cost for the first 100 units to this, right? Coming to the next one, that is if number of units is not less than equal to 300, which means it exceeds 300 and it falls within the third range. So now when some units are falls within the third range, suppose it is 350 as we had discussed. So you will be calculating the first slab also, the second slab also, and the remaining from the third slab. So for first slab, we already know it is fixed 40 rupees. For the second slab, it is the next 200 units which will be multiplied with 0.5, which will be your 100 rupees. So 100 rupees will be also fixed. That means 40 plus 100, 140 rupees will be the fixed charge for third slab. And now whatever remains, that is if I deduct 100 plus 200 units, that is total of 300 units if I deduct from this, which gives me 50 units. Now this 50 units will be levied 0.6 rupees per unit. So I will be multiplying the remaining units with 0.6. So in this case, how I'll calculate basic amount? Basic amount equals unit minus 300 multiplied by 0.6 plus 140. So this 140 which becomes the fixed charge for first two slabs, and the remaining units which are levied 0.6 rupees. In this case it would be 30 rupees, and over here it is whatever remaining units are there, multiply that by 0.6 and add the fixed 140 rupees there. Now my next part of the question is, all users are charged a minimum of rupees 500, because you already know that electricity board wants to discourage large consumption of energy. So people would try to consume less electricity so that they have to pay less. So whatever basic amount is calculated, whether it is first slab, second slab or third slab, on that I will have to add the fixed charge of 500 rupees. So I will write basic amount equals basic amount plus 500. So I will be I will be adding a minimum 500, that is, you have to pay minimum 500 rupees. All users are charged a minimum of rupees 500. This is a fixed charge which you have to pay. Okay. Usually there is no explanation regarding what is this charge for. Now the next part of the question is, if the total cost is more than rupees 250, then an additional surcharge of 15% is also added. That is, if your bill, the basic amount exceeds your 250 rupees, then you will have to pay an additional surcharge of 15% because you are consuming more energy. So we will be again checking a condition here. That is, basic amount, is it greater than 250? It's already mentioned it's more than 250. That means it is not greater than equal to, it is greater than 250, which is asked. If the answer is yes, that means a 15% surcharge has to be added. So final amount will be calculated as, it will be basic amount plus 15% surcharge on the basic charge, right? That is whatever has been calculated in this step, on that 15%. So basic amount plus basic amount into 0.15, right? That is multiplied by 15 divided by 100. So I can simply multiply it by 0.15. So this is the 15% surcharge, and that is added to the basic amount, and this will give you the final amount which you have to pay. And what is the output required? Print out the charges with names, that is along with the name of the consumer. So once this is done, so I think I should have, because here I don't, uh, or I can write, if it is no, that is if basic amount doesn't exceed 250, you can simply calculate the final amount as, you can simply write final amount equals basic amount. Also, I could have avoided using this final amount. I could have completed my work with basic amount only. Here I could have simply written basic amount equals basic amount plus this surcharge, and here I could have simply left it, but I just did it so that many students don't get confused. Now my next task is, everything has been calculated, decisions taken, so I have to now print the output. So I will be writing here print consumer name, and that is in CN, and print final amount, which is final underscore amount. So print both of that. This is my output and end. Now I will have to connect all these dots. That is, what if suppose your basic amount is greater than 250, you calculated a final amount by adding a 15% surcharge. So after this also you will be printing the output, so you will have to join it over here. इसके बाद भी output print करना है, इसके बाद भी output print करना है. So you will join it here, it will print both of them and terminate the program. Moving on to the previous one, you can see this. That is, if basic amount which is being calculated, I have calculated, if it falls within the second slab. After second slab, I have to calculate, I have to add 500 rupees fixed charge. So I will connect this to this edge over here. That is, after this calculation also, the program controls should go to calculation of this amount. And after this also I have to do the same thing, so I will join it with this edge. So you can see that after whichever slab it falls within, after calculation of basic amount, the program control goes to this particular statement, that is adding 500 rupees extra charge. After doing that, we again come over here, check whether basic amount exceeds 250 rupees. Calculate the final amount by adding a 15% surcharge here. Then if that is not the case, simply write final amount equals basic amount, and from here also join the edge to this edge, after which we have to print the consumer's name and the final amount. So I'll just reduce the magnification and you can see the flow of control within the program, and your program looks like this. So the larger the question, the larger the program, and you have to perform and the larger is your flowchart also. Now that the program logic is clear, we should start coding our program. So our first statement is to read the name of the consumer. So I am writing consumer equals input, enter the name of the consumer. Next is number of units. So I'm taking units, and units are usually in whole numbers, so I will be taking it as integer. Enter the total number of units consumed. After this, we have to check if units is less than or equal to 100. That is, I'll be giving a comment line here, first slab. If that is so, then one second. Yes. If that is so, then I will be calculating the basic amount, as you can see over here. So it would be basic underscore amount equals number of units, because I have taken units here, so I'll take units here also. Number of units into 0.4. Okay, I think because of this division of the screen, there is some extra indentation taking place here. Elif, the next thing which we have to check out is our second case. If it falls within the second slab. So if number of units is less than equal to 300, that is second slab, then basic amount will be calculated as, we had already done this, units minus 100 into 0.5 plus 40. So I'll write units minus 100 into 0.5, which is the amount per unit for each, that is the amount for each unit, plus the fixed charge for the first slab, that is 40. And else, this is obviously the third slab, and that is our last resort also. So that would be units minus 300, as you can see over here, into 0.6 plus 140, which is the fixed charge for first as well as second slabs combined. Now after doing this, we have to calculate the base. We have to add 500 to basic amount. So I will write here basic amount plus equals 500, which means basic amount equals basic amount plus 500. That is, we are using the augmented assignment operator, or also known as the compound assignment operator here. After this, you have to check whether basic amount exceeds 250 rupees or not. So if basic amount is greater than 250, then you will have to, over here, you will have to levy an extra 15% surcharge. So you will be writing final amount equals basic amount plus basic amount multiplied by 0.15, which is your 15% surcharge plus basic amount. Else you can simply write final amount equals basic amount, right? And after doing this, we are going to print the customer name as well as the final amount. So print consumer name equals, I will be writing simply consumer because I had taken consumer as the variable, and print number of units consumed, which is equal to units, and print final payable amount is equal to, just a sec, I'm using the Unicode character for Indian rupee symbol. So let's see whether it works. Final amount, and let's run the program. There is some invalid syntax here. Okay, yes, that's because I did not close the bracket here. So name of the consumer, total units consumed 250, and yes, the final amount payable is 707 rupees, because your amount is, basic amount might be exceeding 250, because of which a surcharge is also added. Next is, if I just give an amount of 400, so you can see final amount payable is 805. Let us do a dry run, a dry manual execution of this program. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this entire program and paste it here. So now we will be doing a manual execution. Suppose the number of units given by the user is the first one, that is, which I had taken here, 250 units. So units are 250. Consumer's name is Rati and units is 250. Now we can say if units is less than 100, so this is not true. We'll come to elif. Is it less than 300? Yes, that means it falls within the second slab. So I have to calculate it using this formula, that is units minus 100. So units, that is 250 minus 100 multiplied by 0.5 plus 40. So here we get 150 multiplied by 0.5 plus 40. So here it will be 150 into zero point 0.5, which will be 75 rupees, plus 40, which will be equal to 105 rupees, which is your basic amount. So because elif was calculated, so this else part will also not be calculated. Okay, wherever I have put a cross, it shows that those statements are skipped. Now we come to this statement, that is basic amount. So basic amount plus 500 you have to do. So now my basic amount is equal to 500 plus 115, which is equal to 615 rupees. Now on this we have to check, is does it exceed 250? Answer is yes. So levy an extra 15% surcharge. So let's calculate a 15% surcharge on it. So you can see it over here that it is 92.25. That is my extra surcharge, which once I add to this amount, I will get 707.25, which is my final amount. This final amount, and this one is of course skipped. Now we will be printing the consumer name. So you can see over here consumer name is printed, number of units consumed, and final payable amount is also this amount that is being paid. So this is how my program is being executed. So students, I hope that you have understood this program, how to execute such a program, how to think about the logic of such a program. Okay, so please also try to solve the income tax. Based on this only, I will be giving you an assignment to calculate income tax of a person. So use this program as a reference and try to solve that question also. So with this, I end today's class. Thank you.